Okay, so I'm walking my dog outside. And what the there's no way I'm walking behind that fucking thing. Wait. No, I'm good. I'm finna walk the other way. See ya. What's up, HELLRAISERS? Welcome back to yet again another movie review. Welcome to Final Destination 2. Boy, I'm going to dedicate this review to my sister Sheila. So Sheila, how you doing? Because the reason why I want to dedicate this movie to her, because of her, I was able to experience this movie at a very young age, 11 years old, back in 2003, because she bought it on DVD. And this was one of the first DVDs I've ever watched. One of them. There's many, many more, but this is one of the very first DVD movies I ever watched. And boy, isn't this movie a hell of a lot of fun. But before we get into all the good, the bad, and the ugly, let me give you a little bit of plot of what this movie is about. This movie came out January 31st, 2003, and it tells a story about a young woman who had a premonition on expressway with a log truck that turned completely bizarre in her premonition, and now she has to convince everybody that she saw they death, and now they have to fight against death to survive. And things turn really bizarre when she quickly realized no matter how hard she tries, she cannot stop death. My first pro will have to be the fucking opening of this movie. My God, like y'all saw in the intro that I kind of pieced together myself, I'm gonna have to be completely honest with you. I don't know how to drive. Shocking. I don't know how to drive, but I'm gonna be completely honest. I have been in a car with somebody and I saw that log truck, and anytime I see that log truck, I would tell the driver, can you please go around that log truck? I don't want to be behind that fucking thing. I don't want to be on the side of it. Drive up ahead, please. And they always were like, why? Have you ever thought Final Destination? And they were like, yeah. Have you thought part 2? And they like, oh shit, yeah. And so they would literally move. I remember one time I was going somewhere with my sister Lynn, and she had a friend named Paul, and we was on the expressway. And I was like, sir, can you just drive around that log truck, please? And he was like, wow. I said, have you ever thought Final Destination 2? He said, no. I said, well, everybody got killed in that movie with a log truck. He was like, you don't got to tell me twice. So he drove around. I'm like, thank you. Because that log truck, it's fun. I say that, it's fun, but it's traumatizing as fuck. I don't like log trucks. Anytime I see that bitch, even if it's driving by me, I don't go nowhere near that log truck. I go the other way, or I wait till that motherfucker pass me far out of sight. But yeah, like I said, the opening is fucking batshit crazy. It opened up with a bang, and it don't stop there. It keeps going until everything is completely obliterated from what you're seeing. And another pro for me will have to be, I love the characters in this film. They fun, they campy, they quirky. We'll get back to the old quirky in just a second, but they wired and a lot of cuckoo shit going on. One of my favorite characters in this film has always been one of my favorite characters. That is the stoner character. I actually like the character. I don't know why. He's the one that's doing drugs and stuff. He say things that is just so wired and so crazy. And there's one particular scene where he's driving, and then the cop character drive his car, like the cop drive his car, and then he's trying to hurry up and put the drugs up, and then he say, what? Wanna bust me, bitch?
What? My seatbelt? You know, bust me, bitch?
I just love that character. For some reason, he's my favorite character. I don't know what else to say. This guy is fucking crazy.
No, it's alright.
Another character that I like that a lot of people seem to shit on, I don't know why, I think it's because I like her so much, is our main protagonist in the film, which is Kimberly. AJ Cook. I love her in this film. I think she's one of the strongest females in this film. There's a couple of other characters that's not very good in the film, but like I said, I do like her. I do like her acting. I think her acting is pretty solid. It's not better than Mary Elizabeth Winter in part 3, which we'll get to, but you know, her acting's not that good. It's not on that level, but she's still a good character. A lot of people give her a lot of shit because they say she's a bad character. Even though I don't really see that, she's good for what she was given. I think she did just a fantastic job on what they were giving to her. Well, what they gave to her, excuse me. And another pro for me would have to be the dialogue. Yeah, the dialogue is fucking horrible in this movie. But guess what? I fucking love it. It's very campy, cheesy, and quirky as hell, and extremely over the top from every single character. The lines are poorly fucking delivered, especially from the stoner guy. He is literally my favorite character in the movie, but he has some of the worst dialogue and the worst characters all throughout the entire movie. There's so many times, like specifically, there's a scene in here where he gets on an elevator and he's telling the guy that he got something on his face. He's like, "Come on, man, just let me help you." Then he started looking his whole hand, trying to wipe it, and then I'm looking at. This movie was made for me. I love this campy, quirky ass movie. And y'all know me. I love to shit on bad dialogue in movies. But for some reason, this movie I just love it. This movie gets me. And I get this movie. I'm pretty sure it was made for me. It was made for whoever the fuck gonna like it, right? But yeah, like I said, I love the dialogue. It's very campy and very, very poor execution all across the fucking line. And another pro for me would have to be the kills. There's 3 in particular kills that I like. Now, I'm not going to say too much about these kills because I'm going to do a separate video talking about all the kills in the entire franchise and ranking them from worst to best. But I'm just only going to catch on 3 of the kills because I believe that they are going to be in everybody's favorite. But one, you got the lottery ticket winner, which is the boy who got his eye impaled by a fucking ladder. First and foremost, I've got to say this. Who the fuck throws spaghetti out of the fucking window? Honestly, I swear to God, this fucking look, I'm sorry, but he deserved to die from throwing fucking spaghetti out of the window. Who the fuck do that? No one throws fucking spaghetti out of the goddamn window, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So I think he has a pretty fucking cool on that kill. I do like the whole mislead. So in particular, like I said, I'm not going to touch on too much, but I do like how they play it out. It's always misdirection with Final Destination, you know? And so in regard, you got his kill where they make you think that he's going to die from the fire or smoke inhalation or something like that. And then it turns out to be something completely different. You know, he goes out the window, he gets on a ladder and all that stuff there, let it go. He slip and fall on the fucking spaghetti. And then it impales him in the eye. Yeah, CGI as fuck, but that's what, it's a cool ass fucking kill. It's a fucking campy ass movie. I can't shit on it too much. And then another kill, I have to say, the dentist, which is very traumatizing, but this boy basically goes to the dentist and he doesn't die in the dentist. So he goes outside, he starts clapping his hands to scare away some birds, and the bird distracted the construction worker who was basically controlling the glass, and he accidentally bumped it, and so the glass fell and then smacked the boy. Fuck! I was holding my back like, oh, my back. But yeah, it's fucking crazy. I love the fucking kill. Another kill that I do like, which is probably the most underrated kill on the whole list. It's not my favorite kill, but it's a damn good kill. It's when the boy's mother gets on the elevator, and so they say, hey, the man with hooks are gonna kill you. And so the hook got stuck in her braid, and she could have easily just stopped fucking moving, but she panicking and shit, all that shit there. And so her head get stuck into the elevator, and it decapitated her. Badass fucking kill. Bad fucking ass. I love the fucking kill. So for me, it would have to be, I just love the look of this film. You know, once again, like I said in Final Destination 1, this film takes me back to that time that I remember watching this movie on DVD. One of the first movies I watched on DVD. And there's just something about it. Every time I watch the film, I'm just drawn back. I remember exactly what I was doing when my sister Sheila walked into the house and showed me the DVD. It was like, I got it, it's time to watch. And I would just remember the feeling that I had, the joy, going into her room, sitting on the floor, eating some good ass food that she cooked, and having a blast with this fucking movie. Like I said before I said again, just bring back memories, that's all. Another pro for me would have to be is Claire River, which is Ali. Her coming back. However, they fucking killed her off, which, fuck you for that. But it was good to see someone who was tied to the original film and help move the plot and add some more lore and depth to the story. Although they killing her off, which kind of fucking sucked. But yeah, I did enjoy her in the film with a little bit of that time that she had in the film. It was good to see somebody back. Another pro would have to be Tony Todd. Once again, like I said in the original review, still Tony Todd back again, once again, Def basically using him, to explain how it works and adding more lore and more depth. And just hearing Tony Todd's voice in general, it just, once again, like I said, it brings back memories. The pro and my last pro would have to be, I do like the whole, I guess you could say like the little shadowy, like the little vision that do not require premonition vision, which I did not like that. But I do like how, like, for example, in the film, they show a man with hook on, like, the little shadow where, like, the stoner guy goes into the closet and try to hang something up and all this shit falls on him. And then the light illuminate what he see. It's a bunch of hangers hiding behind a trophy. And it illuminates a man with hook. And so the police officer called the lady, the man with hooks are gonna kill you. And that's what led to the lady on the elevator and getting her head decapitated. I like that. There's another scene in the movie where it's like birds, like a little bird operation behind the girl reflecting off glass. I like that too. I kind of wish that this movie would have did more of that, rather than these little weird ass little premonition that Kimberly was having, which is very fucking weird because how would she know all that if Death only give it to a person one time? But like I said, it doesn't really take away my enjoyment for the film. I still love it. And one more pro I forgot to add. I do like how this film is a connection between the first film and the second film, because you can hear the character talking about a bunch of situations that happened to them, and they connecting the dots between the first film and this film. You can hear them in the car talking about it, and they basically referencing the first film into this one. I do love that. It's just a good, I don't know, I just love the movie for doing that. Moving on into the mix. The mix is the cop. I think that the cop was abusing his power a little bit too much. Basically, he ended up knowing where Kimberly lived. He basically did some research on her. And it's just fucking weird. Like, he goes to her house looking all inside the fucking glass. And Kimberly drives up and never one time questioned him like, hey, yo, motherfucker, what are you doing at my house? Why are you fucking spying on me, you fucking creep? Like, how fucking creepy are you? Like, why are you here? And she never did that. It's just fucking odd. There's another time where he basically went back on his police car cam and found the license plate of the lady, the pregnant lady in the film. And I thought to myself, once again, he is literally abusing his fucking power. I'm pretty sure that police abusing their power. I don't know. I ain't no cop, but let me know in the comments if I got any cop to tribal or if you know anything about it. But that's literally abusing his fucking power as a fucking authority figure. Another mix for me would have to be, once again, killing off Claire River in this film. Like I said, was just a huge letdown for me. And then on top of that, even she knew where Kimberly lives, excuse me. Even though, once again, there was no recognition of her knowing where Kimberly lives. She just knew where she lived. Once again, fucking creepy. Final mix will have to be, now, ever since I was little, I've always recognized this scene. So, on the expressway, as Kimberly drove in front of all the cars to stop them from moving because of the premonition that she had. And there was a scene in here where the cop runs back to Kimberly to move her out of the way of the red vehicle that she was in that killed her friend. And later on in the film, as they watching the news, Kimberly see on the news, they show a footage of the cop running to the car to grab her away from the car. But how the fuck did they get that footage and there was no news reporter on the fucking expressway when it happened? It just, like I said, it's so weird. It always drove me fucking nuts in the movie that how the fuck did they get that footage to show on the news when there was no camera crew there to get that footage. Remember, people, this is a movie, so we are supposed to suspend our disbelief. But how the fuck did that camera angle get there? Like I said, that's something that I've always thought when I was little. Drove me fucking nuts. But my overall thought is that Final Destination 2 gets an A from me. I love this fucking movie. Like I said, it's fucking nostalgia for me. Grew up watching the hell out of this fucking movie on DVD. But if you haven't seen Final Destination 1 or 2, please check both of them out, and you can watch it on HBO Max because it is a fucking blast to watch. So make sure y'all stay tuned for part 3 and more, and all the other Final Destination film and so much more. If you want to get in touch with me, all social media link will be in the description down below. I hope to catch you here in my next video. But before I let you go, make sure you consider dropping a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that fucking bell notification so when I drop another lit video for the channel, you'll be the first ones to get it. Peace.